Hey guys, I'm Anna.
And I'm Brian.
And we are
Those Annoying Vegans! We're back at the table having a delicious vegan meal. This time we are enjoying, I don't know what to call it. It's sort of yeah, it's sort of a lentil minestrone.
Yeah, it's got pasta, we threw in some kale, and of course one of my favorite vegan cheeses, Violife. I have to say, the mozzarella and the feta are incredible, and the cheddar is pretty good too.
I actually like their parm. They have a block of parm. Put that on a cracker. Very tasty. Again, we don't have the recipe for this on our channel, but we do have a minestrone on our channel, which you can check out.
I know all we ever eat on this channel is soup, it seems, but we just kind of happen to make it on the weekends for the week. Yeah. And so that's kind of what you end up seeing.
And we shoot these videos during the weekend because we have jobs.
Which a lot of people forget.
That is good though. Oh. It's very tomatoey. It's like
with the cheese. So.
Yeah, crushed tomatoes and carrots and onions. Eating whole foods vegan is easy. Granted, this cheese not whole foods, but everything else in here.
I sprinkled a little bit on.
I guess the whole wheat pasta would be on the edge. It's not really a whole food, but it is made from a whole grain. So if you guys follow us on Instagram, or if you've watched this channel for some time, you will know that as our activism has progressed, we have started to include occasionally some videos, either from slaughterhouses or footage that we take from vigils, or footage that we find of animal agriculture industry standard practices that involves killing animals, because there is an entire industry that kills animals for profit. And inevitably, whenever we post that footage, or if we include some of it in one of our videos, like a mukbang response or something like that, people will often ask, hey guys, why don't you put a graphic image warning or a trigger warning?
And what we would say to that, and Joey Carbstrong said something very similar, which we will mirror, is that we are not in the business of making people feel comfortable. We are in the business of exposing the truth with the end goal in mind being animal liberation. And we understand that many of you have sensitivities to this kind of footage, whether it be because you experience depression or bipolar disorder, or because you're vegan, or simply human. I mean, this footage hurts all of us, including us. We're no different. Why do you think we're vegan?
We're not superhuman. We understand those feelings, and that's why we're putting the footage out there in the first place. But we are more than just vegan. We are animal rights activists. And we strongly believe in using social media to raise the animals' voices. So it should be expected that every now and again, we will post footage that might make some people uncomfortable.
I mean, after all, we are an animal rights activist page. Now, everyone has different ideas of how to best spread the vegan message. Believe us, we've heard it from everybody. And the truth is, there are different ways to spread the vegan message. And this is one of the ways we choose to do so.
And look, ultimately, no matter what anyone puts out there on the internet, you can guarantee that someone is going to find it offensive. That's kind of just the culture we live in, which is why we will not filter what we post simply based on other people's emotional needs or preferences.
Yeah, I mean, Instagram handles that anyway most of the time, but we don't feel the need to. There's a quote that says, "People criticized me, so I changed. People still criticized me, so I changed more. And still people criticized me. Then I finally realized it's what they will do no matter what. And I changed once more, by no longer listening to those people."
If you don't like what we post, either on our YouTube page or on our Instagram page, then perhaps our page is not serving your needs. Maybe it is in your best interest to unfollow us, just as it's in the animal's best interest for us to post whatever we think serves them best.
Yeah, and sorry to put it bluntly, but this is about the facts, not feelings.
As a vegan activist, if someone were to tell you, hey, that language that you're using is very harsh, it's very extreme, but if you're simply describing what happens, if you're calling it murder instead of slaughter, you know, if you're calling it rape instead of forcible impregnation, those words that we use, rape and murder, those might incite a reaction in some people, and they may say, hey, I would like you to change your language. but it doesn't change the truth of what's happening. So in the same way, if we show a clip from inside of a slaughterhouse and you say, I don't want to look at that, please censor what you're showing on your page, well, that's censoring the truth. Millions and millions of people around the world are funding this action that's happening in these videos.
I mean, we unfollow people too all the time. That there are pages that no longer serve our activism, particularly pages that continuously post selfie after selfie after selfie. I mean, we don't get anything out of that. We'd rather make room in our feed for posts that give us value. And at the end of the day, we have to think about who our videos are for. And this is who they are for. They are for people who want to do more. They are for people who will watch the footage, get angry, get frustrated, and turn those feelings into action. This is not who the videos are for. People who think that simply being vegan is enough. And people who make the animal's plight all about themselves. Because whatever is happening to that animal in the video, I can guarantee you is much worse than what you're feeling. Their lives are on the line. They're the ones whose feelings are getting hurt. They're the ones whose bodies are getting hurt. They're the ones whose throats are being slit, who are being forced into gas chambers, whose babies are being stolen from them. So don't tell us that this is too hard for you to watch. You actually have the opportunity to heal. They do not. And so when we post footage like this, we understand that your feelings might get hurt. We can't prioritize that when the goal is to get people to stop contributing to that cruelty. And sometimes putting trigger warnings on videos will dissuade people from watching the videos.
Well, a good activist friend of ours, his name's Jack. He's at Pick Up That Fucking Trash on Instagram. You should check out his page. He's a great activist. He attends many of the vigils here in Los Angeles, and he put out a video that I thought was a great analogy. He said, you know, when we participate in Cubes of Truth, that's exactly what we're doing. We are showing quote unquote graphic footage, which it's not really graphic footage, it's just true footage. It's just footage from inside of a slaughterhouse. But we're showing that footage to the public without a trigger warning, in the hopes that they will see it, be affected by it, and use that emotion to fuel their decision making in the future about what they buy at the grocery store, what they buy at a restaurant. We are using the footage to change hearts and minds.
Yeah, what if we walked up to people at a Cube of Truth and asked them, hey, do you want to come over and watch some slaughterhouse footage?
Right.
How many people would say, yeah, sure. We have it playing, and people often can't help themselves but to look at it. It impacts them immediately. And we believe that our social media platform is an excellent way to reach people from all over the world.
As we stress in every video, it seems, veganism is an ethical lifestyle. It's not a diet. It's not something you try. It's not something you do once a week or 3 times a week. Veganism is a moral way of living. It is deciding that abusing and exploiting and torturing and murdering animals against their will for no other reason than taste pleasure, that is wrong. And I will not participate in it anymore. That's what veganism is. It's simply, don't be an ass to animals. Super simple. And there is no need to eat animal products, to wear cruelty-filled makeup, or to wear leather, or to wear fur, or to wear silk. Like, all of these animal products and products of cruelty, they're all unnecessary, especially in the Western world. And all we're asking for is for people to stop that, and we use this footage as a tool. So perhaps if you see something on our feed, and if it makes you sad, or if it makes you angry, or if it shocks you, if it upsets you, maybe consider sharing it.
Yeah, that's taking action.
Or maybe consider using those feelings, and if you've never been to a vigil, say, you know what, I should finally go to a vigil and experience it for myself so that I can speak from experience the next time I do outreach. Or it might inspire you to go to a cube, or it might inspire you to join a march, or it might inspire you to do anything. Just do something active with those feelings.
Yeah, the least productive thing you can do is sit at home and curl up in a ball and cry. I mean, we do that too, but then we take action. So whether or not you're vegan, and whether or not you're an activist, the next time you post something on your social media feed, think about the following. How does this post benefit the true victims? And as for you, if you want to share this kind of footage, go ahead. Don't worry about what people say. Ultimately, this is about the animals and the human victims of this industry.
And put yourself in the animal's place. If you were in their place, if you were being treated the way they are being treated, would you want footage of that mistreatment shared for others to see?
Be the activist that you would want fighting for you.
So that's it for this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up down below. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell if you'd like to be notified the next time one of our videos comes up.
And if you got something out of this video and you enjoy our content, please consider supporting us on Patreon. We are so very thankful to all our patrons. You contribute to our activism, you contribute to any work we put into the sanctuary where we volunteer. You help us save lives, and thank you for that. You can also share our videos. You know, a lot of times we get people asking us if they can share our memes or our videos. Please. You often tell us, you guys should have more subscribers. Well, guess how that happens? With your help.
You can also follow us on Instagram if you'd like. We have an Etsy store with some cool vegan swag for you to check out, and we will see you in the next video. Bye. We put out a post about the climate march. We did a story about the climate march, asking people to align their actions with their values if they care about the climate and consider going vegan.
We had someone get offended because we didn't attend the climate march. We were rescuing a chicken, but she didn't care.